Could a simple 1999 US dime in your pocket be worth thousands, or even millions? The answer might shock you. Imagine flipping through your spare change and finding a coin that could change your life forever. It might sound too good to be true, but some of these dimes have hidden errors and rare features that make them worth an absolute fortune. Stay with me because, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and whether you could be holding on to a hidden jackpot. The Roosevelt dime has been around since 1946, a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt. But did you know that the 1999 dime is special? This wasn't just any ordinary year for coin production. With the turn of the millennium just around the corner, demand for coins surged. The U.S. Mint was working at full capacity, producing over 1 billion dimes at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. With such high production numbers, errors became inevitable, and some of these mistakes turned out to be worth a fortune. Let's talk about errors. Errors in coins are what make them stand out, and the 1999 dime has some of the most fascinating ones you'll ever see. Imagine finding a broad-struck dime in your collection, a coin that was struck outside the retaining collar, making it appear wider and without ridges on the edges. These types of errors are highly sought after, with some fetching thousands of dollars at auction. But that's just the beginning. Some of these dimes were struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing and the coin appears misaligned. Depending on how extreme the off-center strike is, these errors can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. But what if I told you that there are even rarer errors hidden among these dimes? One of the most valuable errors found in the 1999 dime is the missing clad layer. Normally, dimes have an outer layer of nickel covering an inner core of copper, but some dimes were accidentally struck without this outer layer, leaving only the copper core visible. If you ever come across a 1999 dime that looks strangely brown instead of silver, you might be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. These missing clad layer dimes are extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay a fortune for them. But wait, there's more. Have you ever heard of double die errors? This happens when the design on the coin appears double due to a mistake in the minting process. Some 1999 dimes exhibit doubling on Roosevelt's profile, the words Liberty, or even the date itself. These double die dimes are among the most valuable errors, with some selling for upwards of $10,000. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change, and let's not forget about clipped planchet errors. These occur when a portion of the metal is missing before the coin is struck, leading to a unique crescent shape on the edge of the dime. These rare errors can also fetch a high price, making them another exciting variety to watch out for. But here's where things get really interesting. Could there be an undiscovered 1999 dime worth millions? We already know that major errors can increase the value of a coin significantly, but what if a wrong planchet was used to strike a 1999 dime? Imagine a Roosevelt dime mistakenly struck on a foreign coin's planchet or even on a different U.S. coin denomination. These types of minting errors are so rare that when they do appear, they can sell for astronomical amounts. If one of these exists, it could easily be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars. So how do you know if you have one of these rare and valuable 1999 dimes? The first step is to examine your dimes closely. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to check for doubling, missing layers, or misalignment. Pay close attention to the coin's edge. If it lacks ridges or looks abnormal, you might have a broad strike or missing clad layer error. Weighing your dime can also be a game changer. A missing clad layer means the coin will be lighter than usual, so having a precise scale can help determine if your coin is an error variety. Now, let's talk about real value. Some of these rare 1999 dimes have already sold for thousands at auction. A broad strike error dime recently went for over $600, and a significant off-center strike dime fetched more than $1,000. But those are just the beginning. If you find a double die or missing clad layer dime in near mint condition, it could be worth $10,000 or more. And if one of those ultra-rare planchet errors ever comes to light, there's no telling how high the price could go, potentially into the millions. Imagine being the person who discovers the next big dime error. Your name could go down in numismatic history as the finder of one of the most valuable modern dimes in existence. Who knows? Maybe you already have one in your collection and just haven't looked closely enough yet. This is why it's so important to check your change and inspect every coin carefully. What should you do if you think you have a valuable 1999 dime? First, compare it to known error varieties by looking up auction results. If your coin matches one of these rare errors, consider getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Authentication can dramatically increase the value of your coin, ensuring that collectors know it's the real deal. Once you have your coin graded, you can either hold on to it as a long-term investment or auction it off to the highest bidder. But before we wrap up, let's talk about the biggest what-if of them all. Could there be a completely undiscovered 1999 dime variation worth even more than anything we've discussed? Think about it. New coin discoveries happen all the time. What if a mint worker accidentally struck a Roosevelt dime using an experimental metal composition, or a limited number of error dimes were released into circulation without anyone realizing? If you happen to find one of these unknown errors, you could be holding on to a multi-million-dollar coin to the next time you come across a 1999 dime. Don't just spend it without a second thought. Take a closer look. You might be staring at a fortune without even realizing it. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode of Hidden Coin Treasures. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Could you imagine finding a 1982 US dime in your pocket that could be worth thousands or even millions? It may sound like a dream, but some of these coins have hidden errors and rare features that make them extremely valuable. Before you dismiss your loose change, you'll want to stick around because, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and whether you could be holding on to a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of American currency since 1946, but the 1982 dime is particularly special. This was a year of significant changes and challenges for the U.S. Mint. Due to economic constraints, the Mint made crucial decisions regarding coin production, leading to several mistakes and variations that are highly sought after today. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints all produced dimes, but not all of them were made the same. Some dimes left the mint with critical errors that turned them from ordinary pocket change into highly valuable collector's items. One of the most intriguing errors from 1982 is the no P mint mark dime. This is one of the most famous error dimes ever discovered. Typically, dimes minted in Philadelphia after 1980 carry a P mint mark just above the date. However, in 1982, a significant number of dimes were struck without this important detail. The reason? A die used to mint these coins was mistakenly left without the mint mark, leading to a rare and valuable error. Some of these no-P dimes have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and rarity. But that's just the beginning. Another critical error found in the 1982 dime is the off-center strike. Off-center errors occur when a coin is struck improperly, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher the value. Some of these coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction, especially if they are at least 50% off-center while still showing the date. Then there's the broad strike error, where the coin is struck without the retaining collar that forms the rim. This results in a dime that appears wider and lacks the typical ridges on its edge. Collectors love these unusual-looking coins, and if you find a broad strike 1982 dime in pristine condition, it could be worth a small fortune. Another highly sought-after error is the clipped planchet dime. This occurs when a blank metal disc is improperly cut, resulting in a missing piece on the edge of the coin. The value of these errors depends on the size and shape of the missing portion, with larger clips often commanding higher prices. Some of these dimes have sold for hundreds of dollars, making them a worthwhile find for collectors. One of the most valuable errors found in the 1982 dime is the double die obverse, DDO, or double die reverse, DDR. This happens when a coin is struck with a misaligned die, causing the design to appear doubled. This doubling effect can be seen in the lettering, numbers, or even Roosevelt's profile. Coins with this error are extremely rare, and if you find one in excellent condition, it could easily be worth thousands. Now, let's talk about some real auction sales and just how much these error dimes have sold for. A high-grade 1982 no-P dime has been known to sell for over $1,000, while others in near-perfect condition have reached prices as high as $10,000. Off-center strike dimes from 1982 have fetched anywhere between $500 and $2,000, depending on how far off the strike is and how visible the date remains. Broad strike errors have been auctioned for hundreds, while clipped planchet and double die errors have been known to reach into the thousands. The big question is, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1982 dimes? The first step is to carefully examine your coin. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to inspect the details. Check above the date. Does your dime have the P mint mark, or is it missing? If it's missing, you could be looking at a no P mint mark error, one of the most valuable dimes from this year. Next, look for any signs of misalignment or doubling. Does the lettering or Roosevelt's image appear to have a shadow or duplicate effect? If so, you may have a double die error. Check the coin's shape and edge. Does it look perfectly round, or is there a missing portion that indicates a clipped planchet error? Finally, weigh your coin. Some errors, like missing clad layers, can change the weight, making this an important test to perform. If you believe you have found a rare 1982 dime, the next step is to authenticate it. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm whether your coin is genuine and assign it a grade that can significantly impact its value. Many collectors are willing to pay a premium for certified coins, so having your dime professionally graded can dramatically increase its worth. But here's the big question. Could there be a yet-to-be-discovered 1982 dime error worth millions? We already know that rare coins can sell for astronomical amounts, and with so many undiscovered variations still potentially out there, it's entirely possible that a new major error could emerge. Imagine being the one who finds an unknown 1982 dime variation, sending shockwaves through the numismatic community and making history in the process. It's discoveries like these that keep collectors and treasure hunters searching through their change every day. So, what should you do right now? First, go through your change jar, wallet, or old coin collection and look for any 1982 dimes. Pay close attention to the mint mark, alignment, and overall condition. If you find something unusual, research it, compare it to known error varieties, and consider getting it graded. You never know. Your next big discovery could be hiding right under your nose. Have you ever found a valuable coin in your collection? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode of Hidden Coin Treasures. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Hidden within everyday pocket change are rare coins with errors so valuable that collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts to get their hands on them. Today, we're diving deep into the mysteries of the 1995 dime and uncovering the rare errors that could turn an ordinary 10-cent coin into a life-changing fortune. The 1995 Roosevelt dime may seem like just another small piece of currency, but what if I told you that certain variations of this coin have been selling for thousands at auctions? The United States Mint produced these dimes in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but due to minting errors and overlooked details, some of these coins became incredibly valuable. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to determine whether your 1995 dime is worth a fortune. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1995 dime is the missing mint mark error. Typically, Philadelphia minted dimes bear a P mint mark, Denver dimes have a D, and San Francisco proofs carry an S. However, some 1995 dimes were struck without their designated mint mark due to a minting mistake. These missing mint mark errors are highly collectible, and in high-grade condition, they can command premium prices at auctions. But that's not all. Another rare and valuable mistake found in the 1995 dime is the off-center strike. When a coin is not properly aligned during striking, it results in an off-center appearance, sometimes cutting off part of the design. The value of these errors increases with the percentage of the off-center strike, especially if the date remains visible. Some of these coins have been known to fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, making them a collector's dream. Have you ever seen a dime that looks stretched or abnormally wide? That could be a broad strike error. This occurs when the coin is struck without the retaining collar, causing it to expand beyond its normal shape. These errors are rare and desirable, especially in uncirculated condition. If you find a 1995 broad strike dime in mint state, you could be looking at a highly valuable piece worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Another highly valuable error is the clipped planchet dime. This happens when a blank metal disc is improperly cut, leading to a missing piece on the edge of the coin. The shape and size of the missing section impact its value, and some clipped planchet dimes have been known to sell for impressive amounts. One of the rarest and most fascinating errors is the double die obverse, DDO, or double die reverse, DDR. If you notice a slight doubling in the date, lettering, or Roosevelt's profile, you might be in possession of an ultra-rare error coin. These double die errors occur when a coin is struck with a misaligned die, creating a duplication effect. Collectors are willing to pay high prices for well-defined double die errors, and if you come across a sharp, uncirculated example, it could be worth thousands. Now, let's talk about real auction prices and just how much these error dimes have sold for. High-grade missing mint mark dimes have been known to sell for over $1,000. Off-center struck dimes, depending on the degree of misalignment, have gone for anywhere between $500 and $2,000. Broad strike errors in pristine condition have fetched hundreds, while clip planchet and double die errors have crossed the $1,000 mark. These sales prove that even a simple dime can hold immense value if it has the right error.so. How can you tell if you have one of these rare 1995 dimes? Start by carefully examining your coin under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for any missing mint marks, unusual stretching, or doubling in the details. Pay close attention to any clipped edges or off-center strikes. If your coin looks unusual, it's time to do further research and consider getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Certification can greatly increase a coin's value and make it more desirable to collectors. But here's the real question. Could there still be an undiscovered 1995 dime error that could be worth millions? Numismatists are constantly uncovering new variations and rarities, and it's entirely possible that a major undiscovered error could be waiting to be found. Imagine being the person who discovers a unique variation that no one has ever seen before, one that rewrites coin history and skyrockets in value overnight. That's why coin collectors and treasure hunters continue searching, hoping to make the next groundbreaking discovery. What should you do next? Start by checking your spare change, old coin collections, and inherited dimes for any 1995 pieces that stand out. Compare them with known errors and research their potential value. If you find something extraordinary, don't hesitate to have it professionally graded. You never know how much it could be worth. Have you ever found a rare and valuable coin in your collection? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting!